Hi, it's Melissa from the Melmar Group. So, if you're like me, you struggle with planning for homeschool. Well, I've got a way to simplify it. So, in the past, I've used a traditional planner. Bought it off Amazon, has a place to write all the subjects, has the days of the week across the top. I go in every day and write ahead what we're going to do. And if you're like me, you spend most of the summer filling the planner out for at least the first half of the school year, only to find that once you get into the school year that a curriculum didn't work, you decide you want to use a different one, you change things up, you get behind, and then you have to erase, scratch out, make a ton of notes, and your planner ends up being a mess. This program can work, and I was happy to use it, but I decided this year I wanted something a little bit more hands-off. And this took me all of the summer to do when I used this system. So I have a different system. The system that I am using this year is the crate system. Now, I first learned of this from Christy Clover at Raising Clovers. And Christy has a great e-course where she shows lots of different systems that she uses in her homeschool. And I'm using several of them. But let me show you the crate system and how you set that up. Okay, so here's the crate system. You just use hanging file folders, a crate, and manila folders inside, and you label week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so before you set up the crate system, there's a couple of important things you need to do. First of all, you need to determine your homeschool year calendar. When you're starting, when you're ending, when you're taking breaks, all of that. You need to determine that, as well as if you're doing school 5 days a week, 4 days a week, all of that, okay? And there's different videos out there that can tell you how to do that. Then the next thing you need to do is you need to have your curriculum, the bulk of your curriculum, if not all of it. And you need to know how often you want to do each subject. Do you want to do math every day? Do you want to do spelling only 3 times a week? What about science? You need to know all of those things. Once you've determined that, start looking at the calendar that you established and go through week by week and figure out how many days in each week you're going to be doing school. Sounds simple, right? Well, this is how mine turned out. So it's really only the first page, but I have a whole packet here of things. So I went through week 1, week 2, and I would mark down week 3, 3 days, week 4, 4 days. Great. Now I know how many days in each of the weeks of the school year I'm going to be doing school. I also wrote up at the top what I wanted to do every day, and I divided it up based upon if we had a full week or if it was a short week, what I was going to cut out. So I made a master list of that and just had everything ready to go. So it'll say, like I said, week 3, 3 days, and I'll have the different things. We're going to do writing 3 times, proofreading 1 time, math 3 times, vocabulary, all of those things. Next, you set up your crate system, just like I showed you earlier, where you have the crate, the hanging file folders, the manila folders, and you label the weeks, okay? Then you take all of your curriculum, you tear it apart. Tear apart your workbooks. Tear them apart. Now, I know that some people are frightened by that, and I did not tear apart every workbook that we use. For example, we use teaching textbooks. It's a huge math book, and my daughter sometimes has to look back and refer to things, so I didn't want that all torn up. Or like our spelling, I didn't want that torn up because I'm testing her spelling level, and if she masters a test, I'm not going to make her do the work for the week, so I certainly don't want to take the time to put it in a folder only to pull it out later. So those are the kinds of books that I did not tear apart, but everything else I did tear apart. So once you've torn your workbooks apart, you're going to lay the different subjects out on the floor, on a table, something, so that you can just go down the table and grab what you need for each individual week. So if it's a 3-day week, I know I need 3 reading comprehension activities. I grab 3 of those worksheets and stories and start a pile for that week. And then once I've gathered everything for that week, I put it in my handy dandy folder and I file it away in my crate system under that week number. The next thing I do, I'm all ready, right? I can just go to the folder and grab the work. But my daughter needs a little bit of extra help. She's not quite working independently yet. So I made her a binder, and in that binder, I just have tabs for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And behind each tab, there's a corresponding color that's a sheet protector with a pocket. So on the weekend or Sunday night, I go in, grab the folder, pull the work out. Oh boy, I've got my vocabulary for the week and I've got 4 of them. Set that in a pile. Do that with each subject that you have in this folder. Then load your binder day by day with how much work you need her to do or your child to do for that day. The final thing that I do, because I don't have everything in her binder, I have the teaching textbooks and a few other books, I have a little planner that I use for her. Nothing fancy, I just buy a spiral notebook. You get these for under 20 cents. And each day I just will write down what she needs to do. Now, would I write down, read Henry Ford's biography? Maybe not. I might just write down reading comprehension worksheet or reading worksheet. But for her teaching textbooks and things like that, I would get more specific if she has to actually open a book and find the lesson or whatnot. So some moms might be freaked out at this point because you've got your whole homeschool year basically set up and you don't have a planner. Well, you could use your child's planner that you write in every day to keep track. I mean, you've already got it written here. Or just go buy a composition book. This is what I'm going to do. 50 cents, totally blank. And during the day or at the end of the day, or if things get really busy at the end of the week when I'm grading and whatnot, I can go in here and I can write notes for myself to see how my daughter's doing, so I can go back and look at them and she doesn't necessarily have to see them. So that's my simplified planning. I hope that that works for you. I hope it works great for me. As a side note, I only did the first 12 weeks. I was a little leery. I didn't want to do the whole year like I had done last year. So I pulled all the worksheets, but I only stuffed 12 weeks worth. And so we'll see how it goes. And if it's going great, then I'll just continue to fill those and add in additional things as I need to, and it should be great. So sorry about that shaking. So if you like this video and you like my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you be a part of our community. And please let me know what you're doing and if you've used the crate system or if you have another system that works really well for you. I'd love to hear about it. So I look forward to talking to you, and thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.